to you. Today we're doing a review of my whole chainsaw collection. All 19 saws are sitting here, and I'm going to go through and tell you about each one of them, what they are, etc. You guys have any ideas for some of the ones that don't run? That's this back side over here, and then ideas for the front side. At the end of the video, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions as to what we should do in future videos. So stick around and check that out. It's not a long video. I also want to remind everybody that I still have the the t-shirts and sweatshirts and all that good stuff for the channel with the channel logo on it available, and they're still on promo through Halloween. So it's only a few more days, but if you use the promo code ZOMBIE, then you can actually get 15% off. So jump in there and get on that while you can. The stuff will be available after Halloween, but that 15% goes away. So we may run another promo in the future, but for now, that's the one I'm doing. So that's for Halloween, because it's like my favorite holiday. So anyway, yeah, this is the whole collection. Anything, the rates range from current 2018 saws all the way back to 1953 Model 12A. But I'm going to go through each one of them and kind of tell you a little bit about them and what they are and where they came from and how I ended up with them in some cases and whatnot. So let's do that. Here we go. So here's all of them. I guess I'll start at the other end here, because I have notes and I actually wrote them down in order that they're sitting here. So anyway, the first one here is a 1979 Poulan 3400, and it actually runs. A friend of mine, Ray, brought it over along with another saw that's in here that doesn't run. But anyway, this one, he said he'd been sitting for about 5 years. He hadn't even tried it. And so I poured the gas that was in it out. I put in actual good gas, and it started right up and runs great. So that one is going to be in a chainsaw challenge before long. We'll see as to which saw it fights. But and then next one is a PP 4218 AVX, which is a 42 cc. Oh yes, the green Poulan is 56 cc's. Kind of nice. Anyway, this one's 42 cc's with an 18-inch bar, and this was like the first chainsaw I went out and bought with my own money. So I've had it for a while, 15 years or so. Anyway, and then I have a Homelight Super 2. This one's kind of a neat story. I went to a junkyard and found it and bought it for $5. Brought it home, put gas in it, and it started right up. So I didn't actually have to do anything. I had to tune it. I mean, it didn't run very well. And so we've got a new chain on there, and it's actually set to also be in an upcoming chainsaw challenge. These little guys were made from 1976 to 1982, and it's a 31 cc. And then next is the Tanaka, which you guys saw in the last chainsaw challenge video against the Stihl 171. If you want to know the specs on these two, go watch that chainsaw challenge, because we get you all the specs read off in those. And then the next one is the YZ62, which is the Chinese saw that they asked me to review after I did the unboxing of the 105. This is one of the saws that Mike sent me. It's the Super XL Auto, and actually those two were against each other in a chainsaw challenge, which was pretty cool. Next is the 1-42, which is the one I rebuilt in a series of 3 videos. Okay, I didn't really rebuild it, but I did rebuild the carb and actually got it to run. And it runs pretty good. I've got to do some more work to it, but as far as functionality, it does work. I just don't try to run my saws at super high RPMs when they're not designed for it, and this is one of those. So, of course, it's an 80 cc, and it was made in 1961. Bad thing about it, weighs about 18.5 pounds. So let's go here to the YZ105. Let me get to the other side of this. The YZ105 is my milling saw, and it is 105 cc's. It is the one that started me on this journey in chainsaws, because I bought it and did the unboxing video, and voila, here we are. But it functions well. So despite the naysayers on that particular video, it has done well. Then this is a 1952 Mahle Model 12A. So it's listed as 5 cubic inches, which is roughly 82 cc's, maybe closer to 83. But it's 33 pounds with an 18-inch bar. This one has a 24-inch bar. Yeah. The bad thing on this one is I've got some major rebuild to do because the transmission housing is just gone. All through here, it's shot. So, and then of course there's a lot of deterioration. Apparently this sat in a barn for a number of years, in a wet barn at that. So the chain is completely stuck in the bar, rusted in. So I've been dribbling penetrating oil on it. I actually got the release for the transmission to rotate to work, just dribbling oil on it. So I'm hoping over time I'll start getting things loosened up, and then I can actually do some rebuilding on it. So that one will probably be in bits and pieces of this rebuild will be in future videos, but it's going to take a while, so doing it all as one, maybe at the end I can string it all together, but I'll keep you updated on it. So then we'll move down here. This is a Stihl 024, and the story behind it is that my dad used to work for a bridge company, and they would buy these saws and use them, and when they died they just threw them in the trash. So he brought one home, and I still haven't quite gotten it running. I put a new carb kit on it, new fuel line, fuel filter, surge hose, the whole bit. It still doesn't quite go right, so I'm going to have to set point gap and all this good stuff, which I haven't actually gotten into. I just got my flywheel puller, so I can actually do that now. Next to it is an MS-192T, and it was a saw that I bought along with 2 other Stihls, the 171 and my 032 AV. It lasted for about a month before it stopped working, and that was like maybe 3-4 years ago. So it's been sitting for a long time, and here recently I've decided I'm going to try and get it going. I have a kit for it with a new carb and hoses and filters and such. So eventually I want to do a rebuild on it. I have not, just haven't decided to get started yet. Next to him is a Poulan Pro, what is it, PP5020 AV, which is their 50cc version. I bought that one new years ago, and it's having some issues. It'll actually start and run, but it bogs down real bad, so I need to take the muffler off, check the screen. I need to adjust the carb, figure out what's going on, why it's bogging down. But it's all not all bad. And then we got another one of the classics. This is a McCulloch, what do they call it, the Timber Bear, which was made in 1999. It's 55 cc's, weighs about 18 pounds, handles up to a 20-inch bar. So that's a nice little saw. I'm curious, it actually has compression, turns over. I put some gas in it just to see how it would work, what it would do, and it doesn't pop. So I'm expecting to have to replace a coil or something like that, or check the points again. But we'll have to get into that one, figure it out. Next to it was a saw that I picked up for $5. It's a Homelite 300. The old 300s were made in like 91. It's 49 or so cc's, and I don't know, I haven't really got to look at it much. It is frozen, it's locked solid, so I don't know exactly why yet. Like I said, I haven't even bothered tearing into it yet. And then next to this is another one. This is the other saw that my friend Ray that gave me the green Poulan over there. He gave me this one. It's a 35cc Poulan, one of the newer ones. I really want to race that green Poulan against the 50cc Poulan here, because they're the closest in size and the same company but under different ownership. So it'd be curious to see how that works out. Let's see here. These two here, now this is the other one that my friend Mike sent me, the XL12. It is having issues, does not quite run. And then just yesterday, a buddy of mine gave me its matching pair. So I will now have all the parts I need to make sure that I can get this one running. So, or maybe I can get them both going. I don't know yet. So I'm kind of excited to get into those. That actually may be a upcoming repair video. And then this in the case is actually in pieces, which is why I left it in the case. It is my 032 AV, and like I said, it's literally in pieces. The coil's bad in it, and I'm still trying to locate a coil for it. Kind of hard to find parts for these. This one is actually one of the ones, if you can read it there, was actually made in West Germany. There is no West Germany now, it's just Germany now. So this is an old saw. They were made, let's see, look at my notes here. Started being made in 1978. So yeah, it's been around for a few years. West Germany didn't last long after 1978, as I recall. I was around for that. But anyway, that is the collection. So here are your choices. I would like to hear some input from you guys in the comments. What of these running saws would you like to see challenges at? Now keep in mind that these are a lot of different size CCs, and we like to keep our challenges at least fairly close in size. That's why these two work out as a challenge, because this one's 62, this one's 58. These two work out of a challenge. They're only 1 cc apart. You know, I can't really challenge these two, although I did think about it, because that's 42 and that's 56. That 56 is going to whomp him. So I don't know. I think the challenge of doing the Super 2 with the 192T would be great. Unfortunately, I got to make sure the 192T runs first. So, and if I could get that 50cc newer Poulan running, then put that against this, that would be, this is still quite a bit bigger, but it would be a closer race. But anyway, let me know what you think there. What challenges would you like to see? We don't challenge the 105 for the simple fact that it is way bigger than anything else here. Even the Maul is only 80 cc's, or 83 cc's, and then this guy's only 80 cc's. So the 105 just kind of outweighs everybody. Anyway, so that was one question. What challenges would you like to see? The second question is, out of the 192T, the pair of XLs, and this Timber Bear, which one of those would you like to see a repair video on? Because they're the next ones to go into the shop and actually get worked on. I don't think I'm going to need any parts, or else I already have parts for them, for those saws. So which one of those would you guys like to see first? I want you to drop down in the comments and tell me your choices, and we'll see what I can make happen. All right? Okay, guys. Thanks.